And we're live.
I want to welcome everybody to our 1 million subscriber Halloween celebration. This is so exciting. We got our awesome set. We have some fun little projects to do, and then we're going to be watching some videos, talking to our amazing Problem Solve team. I can't wait to introduce you to them. So let's kick off this celebration. That was wild. I knew this would make a mess. I've been waiting all day to do this, and now that I did, I'm like, well, we'll clean this up eventually. Wow. Well, for those of you who don't know, if you're new to YouTube, new subscribing to our channel, 1 million subscribers, you get a gold play button. It's a huge milestone for us, something our whole team has been striving for the last several years since starting this YouTube channel and starting Problem Solved as a series. So I want to introduce you to the team before we get into all of our fun and shenanigans. Problem Solved is not just me. There's a lot of heart and talent behind this show. May seem like simple videos on the internet or on YouTube, but we put a lot of passion and all of our expertise behind it. So I thank you for being here on this live stream and having fun with us. This is the team from Atlanta. We have Danielle, Jane, and Cody. Say hi to them.
Hi, everyone.
Hi. I'm gonna get back to my real personality, not my costume personality. There we go. Went from cool guy in shades to just regular old me. So I want you guys to introduce yourselves and let everybody know what you do for Problem Solved. All of them have been with Problem Solved since day one. We have created this show together, and it's a reflection of all of our personalities and all of our individual skills. So take it away, Cody.
Yeah.
Or Jane.
Hi,
Let's go with Jane.
You mind?
Oh, sorry. Whoever's the first to talk. See, already live stream. We're live.
I can go first.
There we go.
Hi guys, my name is Jane, and I'm a coordinating producer with Problem Solve. So I actually help with posting content, and sometimes I am the one replying to your comments. But yeah, I just help make sure that our videos go everywhere to Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and also to other platforms. We're actually created by USA Today, and so we make sure it goes on their website, to its local properties, and even OTT places like Roku and Tubi. But yeah, that's what I do. Cody.
Who
wants to go next?
All right, I will go next. Hi, I'm Cody. If you've been on our YouTube channel, you've probably seen me popping up here and there. I co-host along with Christopher, but I do tech content. So a lot of my stuff has to do with your smartphone, some of the gadgets that are around your house, some of the fun things you can incorporate into your life that is tech. And it's a lot of fun. I'm probably the newest person on the team, but everybody, including everybody in YouTube, on Instagram, on social, have been so kind and so welcoming. In addition to hosting some of this tech content, I write articles that go along with all of our content that post on the USA Today website. And I also help coordinate and manage some of the social media channels, especially Instagram. So hello, and now Danielle.
I am the lead video editor for Problem Solved, so I oversee all of the post-production. We have a wonderful team of freelance editors as well, so shout out to them. This is such a fun brand and like the most fun I've had editing videos. We get to be so creative. We have such a talented team. Everyone's so good at what they do, like just bringing everything to life. And Christopher is such a fun host, so it's always so fun to like just make his personality shine and highlight all those really fun moments.
Yeah, and if you guys are wondering, Christopher is exactly the same as you see online. He is that nice. He is that kind.
So nice.
Genuinely.
Thanks,
And he does sing a lot.
He does sing a lot also.
I like to sing.
His
Yeah.
jingles always get stuck in my head. When you're editing, you just listen to it over and over and over again.
Well, I want to thank you all. I know I say thank you every week to you when we talk and we plan and all that, but you know, we would not be here without all of your hard work. I mean, between Jane and Danielle, you guys were the first people to post a video on.
I think we may have lost your audio.
Oh, we'll fix it real quick. Let me tell you, we have so many layers of
You guys don't know,
technology
but
going on right now. I don't
over
even
where they are,
understand it.
the whole-
And I'm going to
Oh,
introduce you
okay, there
shortly
we go.
I'm going to introduce you shortly to the team who puts all this together. Our videographer and cinematographer, our director and producer and all that. We are a real video production team. It takes a lot of time and planning and all the fun stuff to do this, and we have a great time along the way. But I was saying, I just wanted to thank you all for your contributions to the channel, and you are the heart and soul behind everything and have gotten us to where we are today. So I say thank you to you all the time, but I really mean it. We would not be here without these fine people.
Woo!
I almost did it, Danielle. I almost got weepy. So we're going to kick off the celebration with a little bit of fun, but before that, we have two more people introduced. I casually mentioned them, but this is Strons and David. Strons and David and I have been together, gosh, I don't even know how long, like decades of making videos together and collaborating. They're super, super awesome. Is your mic on? Can you talk?
Yeah, we can talk.
Okay.
Hello,
What do you want us to say?
Just say a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Oh yeah, we're the team behind the scenes.
Who do you want to go first?
They're the modest ones. They're the behind the camera
I'll go
people.
first. I'm David. Hello. I do a lot of videos with Christopher, help evolve the show. So if you've been tuning in over the years, you've noticed an evolution. Now it's much more of a multicam show where I'm live switching, as you can see, all the cool angles. But yeah, other than that, making the sets look cool. Hopefully this one looks cool, looks Halloweeny. But otherwise, Strons.
Yeah, I'm Strons, and I'm kind of direct the stuff behind the scenes, help produce, just a little bit of everything.
The brains behind the operation, people.
Yeah. All right, what do we got planned for tonight, Christopher?
All right, let's start off with, are there any questions right now on the Q&A?
Well, let me check. Give me one moment, and I will have that answer for you shortly.
Now, so we were planning to do a countdown for the 1 million subscribers. We were hoping to be live while we hit 1 million, but magically, through the power of all of you, we got like 10,000 subscribers after we promoted that we were doing the live stream, and overnight it went up to 1 million. So instead of a countdown, now it's a huge celebration, so we're doing that. So can't thank you all who have subscribed enough. If you're new to Problem Solved, you probably know that we do tips, tricks, hacks. I love culinary advice and culinary tips. I've been cooking basically my entire life. So I love all those tips and tricks. I grew up, HGTV and Food Network and Cooking Channel and all that, and watching PBS cooking shows. So I'm sure you may notice that I have a passion for cooking in our channel and everything. So that's where a lot of that comes from. A lot of Problem Solved comes from us just being passionate about the topics, sharing our lived-in life experience. If we had a problem with something, or if we were trying to figure out something in our life, we do the research, we figure it out, and then we want to share that all with you. So Problem Solved is really about making everybody's life easier and more fun and more enjoyable. So that's what we hope we deliver to you each and every video. What should we start with? Should we carve a pumpkin? We're going to carve a pumpkin. I guess I'm going to ignore all... How are we going to clean this? Okay, I should not be worried with that. The video coming soon about how to clean 1 million shreds of... And this is supposed to be biodegradable. I think I read on the packaging. So if you're going to do like a celebration and just make sure it's biodegradable material. It's probably a good thing, right? I'm going to get all of our supplies. Should we check out a video while I get set up?
Yeah.
One of my favorite videos. Well, Halloween is one of our favorite holidays, so we want to share some of our favorite Halloween. Halloween is my favorite holiday, so we want to share some of our favorite Halloween segments we filmed over the years. Halloween, we usually kind of always blow it out. We do something, we do a big project, we go to haunted houses, we do all that stuff. So if you haven't seen those videos, here's a chance to check them out. And if you have seen the videos, enjoy it again. So much Today on Problem Solved, I'm showing you all my favorite Halloween hacks. It's pumpkin carving season, so let's head to the garage and grab the tools we need. A keyhole saw makes quick work of opening up your pumpkin. To hollow out the inside, you can put down the spoon. One tool to try, a hand mixer. Run this along the walls of the pumpkin to loosen up the pulp. For a little extra oomph, use a hand drill. This will give you a little bit more torque and control. Shout out to the dad that came up with this, it works really well. Is this what I want? Is this it? well, we're gonna go with it. We're gonna try it out. Oh, I like this one better. For extra large pumpkins, use a paint mixing attachment. A little overkill for this pumpkin, but it's awesome. Hollow pumpkin theory exists. Good thing I took shop class. That is terrifying. I'm gonna just scoot over just in case. I don't like it at all. Okay, back inside, please. I don't even want to get close to it. That's terrifying. Nobody wants to see that on your porch. We want cute Halloween. Look at this cute pumpkin right there. See, he's not scary. This mummy is gonna keep its guts. Here's an easy, fun pumpkin DIY. First up, pick your pumpkin. This is great for small pumpkins, but I'm using an artificial pumpkin that I can use year after year. You'll need cheesecloth, muslin, but I'm using gauze. I'm gonna start with a little Mod Podge, glue your gauze down, and go to town wrapping your mummy. I like to crisscross the gauze and twist it to create texture and dimension. You can apply more Mod Podge in sections as you go. I love a craft where the messier, the better. Move that fabric around, create a lot of texture and dimension, ruffle it up, let it stick out. You don't want it just all flat to the pumpkin. Once the pumpkin's fully covered, I like to just go around and apply the Mod Podge just to lock all that fabric in place. For a weathered look, tea stain your fabric. You'll just want this to dry before applying it to your pumpkin. You can add eyeballs. You can find fun embellishments at the craft store like these scrapbooking stickers. All right, Brendan Fraser, we've got to stop the mummy. Just getting started on my jack-o'-lantern. Kind of confession, but this is the first pumpkin I've carved for Halloween this year, so this will be my Halloween pumpkin for tomorrow. I like to do the pumpkin upside down. You may have seen that video where you invert it over a bowl, and then I'm going to cut the bottom out to get everything out of the inside and all that. This is very Halloween. I was mentioning that Halloween has been one of our favorite holidays. I started off on a channel called Grateful, Make It Grateful, and we were scare actors in a Halloween maze, like one of those big haunted houses. Since then, every year we've been doing something crazy for Halloween. Be very careful if you're doing this. I'm trying to talk and carefully saw so we don't actually have a horror movie on our hands. But a serrated knife works, or I'm using a keyhole saw. These things you can pick up pretty cheap from the hardware store, and they make carving pumpkins a whole lot easier. This is a good pumpkin. This pumpkin was pretty light for its size.
Does it smell okay inside?
Yeah.
I got one recently. It was kind of gross.
Oh, it was like didn't.
It was just past its prime.
Oh, past its
Smelled
prime.
a little off.
Last year, well, here's the crazy thing about last year. We did a pumpkin series, and we got so many pumpkins that I had like 4 or 5 pumpkins left over, and I gave a couple away, but I still had like 2 pumpkins left, and they would not like rot. They were like the healthiest pumpkins, and they lasted until January. I got them in like late September, and that pumpkin did not mold or do anything until like the new year. Part of that was like I wanted to see how long it would last. It wasn't carved, so an uncarved pumpkin, but pumpkins I feel like can last several months if they're not carved and they were a good healthy pumpkin to begin with. Part of that is I wash this really well. You can use soap and water or some vinegar on the outside. You really want to clean it, get any mold spores off of it. Look at me problem solving as we're doing this. I said we're having fun. Well, it is fun, but giving you some tips and tricks along the way. I did not set up the power tools. There's the trick where you can use a hand mixer or power drill to get the inside out. I have one down there, but this is a really big pumpkin. It might be difficult to even like get it in there. So we're just gonna do this the old-fashioned way.
Did you say what you're going to make?
A jack-o'-lantern.
Just traditional jack-o'-lantern.
I think I'm going traditional. I wanted to do one with a big P and a big S for problem solved, but as much as I love a DIY craft project, I am not very good at details. I'm not very good at artistic endeavors. So we're just going to do this the traditional way. It's going to have 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth. I've seen some crazy ones. Like people have been posting their pumpkins, and I'm like, that is insane. Insane. If any of you have been with us for a long time, we've had a few contributors along the way. One is Allison Penn. She's a super talented makeup artist, but she's an all-around artist. She does murals. I bring her up because she recently posted a pumpkin on her page, and I think she did Nightmare Before Christmas, and it was just so beautiful and perfect. And I'm like, how did you even do that? So yeah. You know, when you can't do something, find a talented person in your life to help you out. So Allison's contributed. A good friend, Marielle, has done videos. So if you go back, you might see some of her videos on Problem Solved. Friend Summer has also done videos. Got a little cramp from hollowing this out. Okay, this is the fun part. Oh, yeah. I gotta get the... Oh, good things either.
Sounded like the Macho Man.
Oh, yeah, brother. This, I'm going to have to do something with these pumpkin seeds. Where did it go?
You should watch the video that's playing next to you.
Oh, that was that was so random because I did not even know that was back there. What should I do with these pumpkin seeds? I wish somebody could give me some advice on what to do with the pumpkin seeds. Mm-hmm.
So you're carving a pumpkin tonight. You've got a cake you're working on. What else are we doing?
We got a cake, and we have a little fun project. There's a little Easter egg over here for what it is. It's the quickest Halloween craft you can do. So we'll do that after we get this pumpkin made. I like that this is traditional. I'm doing all the work over here, and these two just like sit and chat and give me notes and say like, hey, can you do it this way? Can you do it that way? So they're always giving me directions, and I'm like, all right, I'll be the one to clean and cook and do everything. It's a true Cinderella story over here. Except for they're like the nice stepbrothers instead of the wicked stepsisters. I am getting in this thing. Oh, there's seeds everywhere.
Make a mess. We got lots of clean.
We do have lots to clean. I am a bit of, I've said it before, but I'm a bit of a neat freak, so when things are messy, I'm like, have to clean them up. Usually because I'm always making a big mess. All right, we're almost there. All the seeds are almost out. I asked in the, maybe we put it in the comments, but is anybody else doing a project while they're watching? Did anybody else think of a recipe to make, a Halloween craft to do? Are you carving pumpkins tonight for Halloween tomorrow?
They want to know what your favorite Halloween movie is.
Oh, well, here's the truth, everyone. I do my best to avoid... I do not like anything scary. I do not like anything spooky. So I do my best to avoid scary movies and avoid the horror genre. If I watch a scary movie, it has to be like midday with the lights on. But what would be my favorite scary movie?
Just Halloween movie. It doesn't have to be scary.
The Halloween movie? Well, Hocus Pocus. I do love a good yearly Hocus Pocus run. That's always fun. Nightmare Before Christmas. But usually I don't watch that for Halloween. I usually watch it like for Christmas. Funny enough. I guess there's opinions back and forth there.
Is Batman Returns a Halloween movie?
Is Batman
or a Christmas movie?
Yes, it is a Christmas movie. It is.
What's your favorite Disney Channel original movie?
Original movie, then it would have to be Halloween Town. I'm pretty traditional. I stick to the hits. I play the hits. All right, I'm going to find the face of this pumpkin. So I want the face to be right here. So what I'm going to do is like hollow that side out a little bit so there's less flesh to get through. Because with the spoon you can kind of scrape away the walls of the pumpkin. So it's a little thinner for you to get through. This is really helpful if you have a super big pumpkin or thick-walled pumpkin. Does your pumpkin have thick walls? Well, hollow it out. But I do love Halloween fun, but I don't like the spooky, scary. And even in the times that I've had to do, like, go to the haunted houses, last year I almost protested. It was pretty bad. Strauns is like, we're going to a haunted house for the vlogs. And I was like, absolutely not. I'm going to go to a pumpkin patch and, like, pick out pumpkins. He's like, you can go to the pumpkin patch. So I went to the pumpkin patch, but guess what I had to do afterwards? Go to the haunted house. And it actually was a lot of fun. Anytime I finally commit to doing something spooky, it ends up being super, super fun. But the place we went to, I actually was a scare actor there. Did a series where I was a scare actor there. So they had me back to just attend. And the funny story there, so we're like, hey, can we come and film at the Fear Farm, the haunted maze place? And they said, oh, yeah, come on by. We got up there and they said, oh, well, for media, we like to let, the performers know. We like to give them an announcement if you're going to film in our haunted houses. Just make sure everything looks good and everything's nice. Maybe this is some behind the scenes information, but that's what we're doing today. So look at all that came out. A ton of guts. So we have to wait at the front of the haunted houses of each haunted house while somebody goes through, lets everybody know, and then I have to walk through all by myself. And I was like, no, the trick with a haunted house, the hack here, is that you're in the middle. You let people in front of you, let people in behind you, they trigger all the scares. So it really was one of the scariest haunted houses experiences I've gone to, because it just was me walking all alone, camera behind me, no one else in there, with the scare actors intentionally knowing that they're supposed to, putting on 110%, which they do anyways, but it was wild. But
you got the red carpet treatment because you got every scare just for you.
Yeah, every scare. Well, I'd prefer it not every scare to be just for me. All right. I know I was going to say let's put a poll up there for what I should carve in this pumpkin, but at this point, I don't know. I did see somebody do triangle eyes, but they were sideways. I thought that was cool. Just like, I'm a product of the Pinterest generation, so anytime you want some inspiration, you just Pinterest it or Google it. There's so much confetti all over here. So usually I have to look at a photo, look at a picture and be like, that looks cool, that looks good. But we're gonna do a wacky traditional jack-o'-lantern. Any ideas? No suggestions?
He's very angry the way you started.
Yeah.
Okay.
Evil.
I struggle with, I did it already.
What? Did it in the wrong spot? That's the dry erase tip.
Yeah, dry erase marker. Wait, that was a Sharpie. Nope, just kidding. It was dry erase marker. All right, there we go. Let's give him some eyebrows too. Why not? No, that does not look good. A pumpkin with eyebrows? Nay. I like how they laughed, like, abort, abort! Abandon ship.
You're doing a good job.
There we go. I'm going to even out these.
There you go.
See, that's the trick. Dry erase marker. Don't commit to just sawing right into there. Let's do a little half moon nose. More of a Pac-Man nose, but hey, no judgment here. And then we're going to do a one-toothed design. Any other comments out there?
Someone like Star Wars.
Oh, that's my favorite movie any time of the year. It's a Halloween movie, it's a Christmas movie, it's a New Year's Eve movie, it's a random Tuesday night movie. I'm a big Star Wars fan, if nobody's noticed. Big nerd over here. Let's do big mouth, straight across. And let's give him just one funny tooth down there and one funny tooth down there. Wait, this tooth I'm going to have to leave attached. So let's erase this so I remember. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Else I'm going to cut right through it.
Yep.
You're gonna have a no-tooth pumpkin.
Whose idea was this? How about you carve a pumpkin and talk at the same time? What other stories do I have from Problem Solved?
Who's your favorite obscure Star Wars character?
Favorite obscure Star Wars. These are things I've never thought of before. What came to mind first is Max Rebo, the slightly elephant-looking band member. But I love the droids. Something about the droid that puts R2-D2 to work, the manager droid at Jabba's palace. I like that droid a lot. But my favorite character in all of Star Wars is actually just R2-D2. I mean, I love all of Star Wars, but R2-D2 is the best. Look how easy this is. Get a keyhole saw, people. I mean, it's a little late. Halloween's tomorrow, so maybe
But you sometimes...
go to the hardware store tomorrow.
We carved our pumpkins earlier this week, and they're already rotten. So it's
Oh.
you do got to do it last minute.
Do it as a last minute thing. Now, did you
in
do all the
certain parts
tips?
of the country.
Did you do all the tips to preserve your pumpkin now?
No.
Nah, see? You need to do the tips to preserve your pumpkin, which I have coming up in a little bit, so we'll save that. But detail, not for me. Your generic mouth, perfect. All right, gotta get these eyes.
Goku
Out.
or Vegeta?
Goku or Vegeta? I was a big Vegeta fan. I'm an anti-hero, I love a good villain who has some redeeming qualities person. So Vegeta's such a cool character. And his powers are amazing. Goku, Super Saiyan. Try Vegeta, okay? Try it. I like these nerdy questions.
Best Halloween candy to get?
Best Halloween candy? I love those 1,000 grams. Is that what they're called? Or 10,000? 100 gram. 100 gram. Those are my favorite. I like crunch and texture. So those offer a different experience than just your normal, just chocolate, just M&Ms. Those are fine too. But I like 100 grams. Anytime I get those, for Halloween, I'm like, oh, this is awesome.
Do you prefer pumpkin pie or sweet potato pie?
Pumpkin pie. Pumpkin desserts. Sweet potato's good, but pumpkin. I've got a pumpkin treat coming up. We're gonna make a pumpkin treat together. Well, it's already made. We're gonna assemble it together. Look how in the zone I am. This was too quick. I feel like, not that I'm hurrying through this, but usually if you're sitting down with a group of people, doing your pumpkins, carving and everything, you kind of take more time. I'm just doing this the fast and dirty way. All right, now let's see if I can do this. So I'm not gonna use the keyhole for the nose since it's a little bit more detail. I'm just gonna do this smaller knife. And this is where it helps to have the walls thinner, because then you don't have much flesh to get through to actually get through the pumpkin.
Favorite Pokemon starter?
Favorite Pokemon starter? I love Charizard, so I'd probably go Charmander. Classic OG. One of my favorite Pokemon stories, this is humble brag. One random day, I was sitting at my grandparents' house, and there's this advertisement coming up, the premiere episode of Pokemon, don't miss it. And I was like, what is Pokemon? I've never heard of it. Watched the first episode, hooked for a decade or more. But now there's so many Pokemons, I've kind of lost touch. I feel like I gotta get back in the Pokemon game.
Are you a 150? 151?
150, but I had everything. I had a Pokedex, all the fun gadgets and toys. But I also I like all the dragon types, because I like dragons.
Who's your favorite superhero?
Oh, well, I'll give you the real answer, because it's probably not the most known or most popular. I'm huge into Spawn, and growing up, all the Spawn comics I would read, and I was such a big Spawn fan. Dorky alert ahead. I have a huge Spawn collection of all the like collectibles by Todd McFarlane. I could have a whole episode about Todd McFarlane and Spawn. But yeah, Spawn's my favorite comic book superhero. And I live in Arizona, and Todd McFarlane actually lives in Arizona, and he used to have a store where he would be, and I got to meet him one time. And this is maybe the one instance of, what do you call it? Like,
Never meet your hero.
no, David. This may be the one instance of being starstruck, because I randomly went in to see what new, figures they had, if they had any new comics or stuff, any new collectibles I wanted. So I went into the store, I opened the door, and it was magical. Todd McFarlane was standing right there, and I was like, I love everything. I said something really ridiculous. And he's like, oh, nice to meet you. And then I think he signed something for me there then. He was super, super nice. So that was a highlight. But yeah, you asked what superhero I like? Spawn. But I'm a big Marvel fan. I love Captain America.
Marvel or DC?
I'm Marvel over DC. Marvel. I was huge into X-Men too. So I was like Spawn comics growing up and X-Men comics. And Cable's my favorite X-Men. I guess he would be my favorite, one of my next favorite superhero, Cable.
Think you have some pumpkin in your hair?
Oh, I probably do. I wiped my face.
On like your right side, the right side of your head. It's like right above your glasses.
If only I could see myself.
You're fine. It's the
Other side.
Oh, this side.
Yeah, pumpkin everywhere.
That's another behind the scenes thing. David or Strons will be like, lift your left hand, and I'll be like, they're like, your left hand, and I'll be like, oh, yeah. Turn to the right. I always do the opposite of anything they say. Directionally challenged, I guess.
Who's your favorite band?
My favorite band? Oh, yes. People were so interested in what music I like. I am a crazy music fan. I love all genres. My current big genre that I listen to basically every day is pretty much EDM. Huge into Chainsmokers, John Summit. I love Said the Sky. I love Nightmare and Slander. So the big venue EDM artists are who I'm really into. That's what my daily listen. But I like all sorts of music. There was the big pop punk music festival was just recently. I went to that the last couple years. So I'm big into pop punk. That was from my misspent youth days, my angry emo days. I wasn't angry back then, I just liked the music. So love all that, and I've let that go for a few years, but now that music is coming back, I've gone to a couple concerts with friends, and it's been fun to get back into that the pop punk scene and relive my youth through all those artists. So I love that. I've always been into pop music. I like a big show. I love production. Earlier on in my career, I did live events and worked in production in Las Vegas. And I always I like spectacle, I like show. So I love pop shows because they're more than just, a band on stage. They're like lights and pyro and costume changes and sets moving in and out. So I love the technical aspects of that. So I tend to like pop shows just for, the artist, the music, but for the spectacle of it all. So I try to go to, I just love live music in general, so I just try to go to as many concerts, no matter who it is. I'll go see the symphony, and then the next day I'll go see, I don't know, System of a Down. It's just who I am. Look, we're a face. It's a face. It's something. I love that.
Do you want to cue up you mentioned it before, but when you were a scare actor, a lot of people probably haven't seen that video. Can you explain?
It is so I kind of mentioned a brand called Make It Grateful. That's really how all this came to be. I started as a content creator with USA Today as a host for Make It Grateful. Strons and David both participated. This is Lauren. She was part of the club too, and it was really fun. We would do different experiences, try different things out, and capture and document the process. So for Halloween one year, we were like, what is it like to become a scare actor? So Lauren was a character, I was a character. Now let me tell you, I'm sure you understand, being a creepy scare actor is not in my personality. And I think I told people sorry after scaring them. I was like, rawr! And they either weren't scared or I scared them and I was like, are you okay? which, you know, maybe I just need to put on my acting face a little bit more. But it was such a fun experience. So yeah, was a scare actor a few Halloweens ago, right before Problem Solved, pretty much. And that's kind of how, you know, Problem Solved and me hosting and me being in videos started, was with this.
So much fun. It's probably a little scary how much fun I had. I just want to play.
It was frightening.
I just like to play.
I've never really enjoyed going to haunted houses, but today I get to experience what it's like being on the other side. We just showed up at Fear Farm, and it's broad daylight and it's already creepy. There's like crows chirping in the background in this huge corn maze that I know is gonna be full of like demons and vampires and all sorts of things trying to terrify me.
The amount they do with set design and props and all the decor, it really sells the experience that this is a really spooky, creepy place. This is like a horror film in real life.
So excited. This is like the best thing we've ever done. I'm not kidding. This is gonna be the best thing we've ever done.
I was so impressed by the amount of costumes they had. They could have twice as many actors if they wanted. That's how many costumes they've built up over the 20 years that they've been doing this. They had a room full of masks that weren't even being used that night.
This is a terrifying room. There's like all sorts of like super weird stuff in here. I don't even know how people like collect these things. They have like all different styles of scary stuff. So they have like evil clowns, dead things, they've got zombies, they've got like Fallout radiation mutation stuff. Human imagination comes up with the grossest stuff, and they've got a collection of it here. What is this? These are like stilts? Oh my god, this is gonna be terrifying. There's a skeleton just on the ground. Oh! I just stepped on bubble wrap and terrified myself. All right, we've got to get out of here. They think so strategically with their costumes. It's not just like, pour blood on you and go out there. They really want it to be as immersive as possible.
Every part of you and head to toe will be disgusting.
Like transformed.
Yes, that's my goal.
So you're responsible for making sure everybody that comes out of this place looks killer, like
Yes,
literally
literally
killer.
killer.
One of the things that they do with a lot of their costumes and a lot of their characters, they think movement makes it a lot scarier. So if it's like these fabric pieces all flowing everywhere, or if you have parts of your costume that make noise, that clank together, that makes people scared and uncomfortable.
So I run at people a lot, so when they hear this behind them, they get really, really freaked out.
I don't have a weapon. No one gave me a weapon.
Do I get like an accessory, like a weapon?
We can actually see, they're not real, but we just want to make sure each actor is trained.
Talk to people, see
Yeah.
if you can get a chainsaw.
Have you ever been airbrushed before?
Never been airbrushed before.
Every night they put on these shows, there's around 150 actors who all need to go through hair and makeup. Every single night they do this. And when they said that they spend about 5 to 10 minutes per actor, I was like, okay, they'll probably do a little bit of powder, a little bit of lip or something. I was very, very mistaken. They go all out.
She had to cover my face in like a yellow, and then there was like green, and then she did the black. That is the strangest sensation. Like the smell, it's super cold, and I can feel like my skin is so tight.
The airbrushing was the secret to the speed because that just allowed for these full character transformations in seconds. But the effect is really, really haunting.
I feel like I'm being pampered in like a weird way. Like. I love that the details matter here, that like every inch needs to be covered.
When you walk through a haunted house and you see someone with like pink nails, it kind of ruins it.
And they don't want any human aspects really showing that don't give that creepy vibe.
I think the mouth was the coolest.
Pour food coloring into your mouth and you swish it around like you would with mouthwash, and then you spit it out and let it like go down your chin or spit it on your crew members.
That's the grossest thing I've ever done. Did it work?
Yeah.
Oh, my mouth is so gross. Thanks for torturing me, Julian. It's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure.
When I watch this clip back, I'm gonna be like, that's not even me. Just the makeup and the costume like completely transforms how you feel, how you act.
Honestly, I was not expecting everyone to be so much in character. These people are going all out. They were in character before they even got here. And according to a lot of the managers here, they're in character when they leave as well.
It's like a team vibe. So each house had their team, and they were doing their chants, they were getting their game faces on, and then they go out there to perform. Right. So they really do look at themselves as actors, as performers, as a community, offering an experience to their guests.
It was almost like the weirder you are, the more you were accepted into that community, which I think is so great. You don't have to follow the rules all the time. If you feel like being weird, be weird and find a safe place to do it where you feel comfortable to be weird. I found my team that wants to be weird with me, or at least they didn't fire me after I acted like a total psycho.
You got super weird. But that's what it's about. It's about having fun and letting loose and not having all those barriers and restrictions.
Basically, when it comes to actors, we just want to always make sure people stay in character. We have a saying around here, there's no mercy. So we always want them to go super hard, super energetic, and as crazy as they can possibly be.
So Strauns and David were actually in that video too, which is I remembered that, but that's great. They're in there too. So we had a lot of fun making the series and doing a bunch of different things. And that in my career, that was probably this Fear Farm experience was probably one of my favorite things I've ever done on camera. We've done a lot of fun things over the year, but that was a really cool experience. And I think the biggest takeaway, I'm always about appreciation and all that. Those scare actors, everybody that we interacted there, all those actors, all the people, the staff, were the friendliest, like kindest people. Everybody would come up to us and be like, oh, do you need tips and pointers, or how about you do this? And everyone was so committed to their character and their role. It was a fantastic experience. I'm doing another this is the quickest Halloween craft you can do. It's so fun, it's so easy. Just get some marshmallows. You can even get the bigger marshmallows, and you just turn them into little ghosts, they're like decoration and a treat, edible. So you need edible gel. This is writing gel in black. You could use any color, or you could even do like a vampire and get red and do like little blood drips. So you can make these little fun, it's a great little craft you can do at a party or anything and make little Halloween marshmallows. So there's a few down there, and I'm gonna try and make a good one. Let's see. Eyeball. I like the dot. All I can do is eyeballs. No, just the basics. And then you do, let me see. How did we do this one again? Oh, that's right. A nose and a little drip down, like Scary Movie. No, the other one. The one that Scary Movie's based on.
Scream.
Scream!
Hold it out more.
Ghostface.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Ghost. Excellent. Perfect. Flawless execution there. But you could do all sorts of designs. You can get green and do like a Frankenstein. So it's just a fun way to like make little themed marshmallows for your party. A lot of places it's cold. A lot of places it's cold for Halloween. So this is great to put a little marshmallow and decoration bar and have a hot chocolate bar with, hot cocoa in a crock pot or something like that. So you can decorate your marshmallows and then put your decorated Halloween marshmallow into your hot cocoa. So it's get to the store tonight. Walmart's open 24 hours. Get your supplies. And then you can do that tomorrow while trick-or-treaters are over. Have some hot cocoa going and decorate some spooky marshmallows.
Are we gonna do a Thanksgiving and Christmas stream?
Oh, should we do a Thanksgiving and Christmas stream?
You gotta let us know.
You gotta let us know.
Maybe if we get to 2 million.
No.
Hey-o.
Well, that was the real, not, shocker, but we were kind of surprised. We posted, we need to get to 1 million. And I said this really at the top of the live stream, but we were like, we'll probably be only to like, not, 999 and have like 200 to go while at the time we were doing the live stream today. And here we are, like 10,000, like almost 9,000 over that. Woo. So, woohoo! Ow! Thank you everyone for subscribing. Oh, I didn't do the, I'm a YouTuber. I'm a real live streamer, a real YouTuber, so I have to tell you to be sure to chat and comment. Be sure to participate in the chat and then leave a thumbs up because that helps people find our stream, right? I'm supposed to say that?
Don't act like you don't know.
I know, I'm acting modest. I do know because that's what I do when I watch live streams. So yeah, please like.
I think what you're describing is imposter syndrome.
Yeah, it is, yep.
What do you got next after the marshmallows?
After the marshmallows, we're gonna make a little treat to celebrate 1 million. It's a cool treat that you can make too. Little pumpkin spice action. Oh, look at this one. And then I'm gonna copycat, but we did, Strawn's earlier made a I love marshmallow. I said I like EDM. So he made me a marshmallow. He made me a marshmallow. So we're gonna go. A little tribute to marshmallow. There we go.
Nice freeze frame.
And then now I put on my headphones. And I do. That's not what his music sounds like, but I had all these songs I was gonna sing tonight, like sometimes I feel like somebody's watching me. Or like do a riff on it, like sometimes I feel like somebody's subscribing. You know? No?
Streaming?
Well, it was for subscribers.
Yeah.
Streaming.
Do you want to watch a short little video?
Oh, let's watch one.
Put your headphones on.
Got my Marty headphones. Oh, revealed. I revealed that I'm Marty.
Someone guessed it.
Did everybody know I was Marty? Marty McFly. I have a skateboard over there, but I'm not gonna break an ankle tonight.
It's a classic David video.
This is
the best Halloween decorations are ones you make yourself. Here's how you can make and become a human scarecrow. If you don't already have your own props, you can quickly stop by your local thrift store. Look for clothing that is oversized and weathered. Keep an eye out for a long sleeve flannel t-shirt and worn blue jeans. The more textured, the better. Clothes that are torn up will help sell the illusion of an old scarecrow. You'll need to cover your whole body completely. A pair of boots and a hat should complete the costume. Once you have the essentials, you'll want to put it on display. Make a mannequin by filling up the clothes with pillows and newspaper. The pillow helps you fill out the torso and allows you to connect the body with the legs. The newspaper will help fill out the pants and the shirt. You can also fill a small bag with newspaper, cover it with textured cloth, and use this as a head once you top it with a hat. Set up your scarecrow on your front porch where people are sure to see it as they walk by. After a few days, people will think it's simply a decoration. The last step is to empty the costume and become the scarecrow.
And to help sell the effect, make sure you get a little bit more newspaper, wad it up, and stick it in your sleeve so it's slightly coming out.
I thought it was Food City ad.
No one in here? Full newspaper.
Try to remain as still as possible, and at the last second, become animated. This should scare just about anyone.
That is
Hey,
right.
thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the
Once upon a time, David contributed to videos, and I asked them to host all the time. I asked them, I was like, oh, you guys want to do some videos? I think the last time that Strauns did a video, I was super, super sick. I was just like not feeling well. I think I ended up leaving set because I showed up to film, hacking, just low energy, and they're like, this is probably not gonna work. I was like, Strauns, could you host? So he hosted one. So he's the, what would that be? The understudy? The alternate? And now our alternate is our friend.
Step out a little bit more.
There he is.
There he is. I was like, I need to clear the flame there. There he is. So now we have a sub, if ever, you know, I'm unable. Unable or unwilling. Not that I'd ever be unwilling. What should we do next? All right, since this is a live stream to celebrate 1 million, I think we have to do that in true fashion. We need to celebrate with a cake. We need something to celebrate with. So I made something. Let's get to decorating.
Do you want to watch a video while you set up?
Huh?
Do you want to watch a video while you set up? I got a video ready to go.
Yeah, let's do it. Oh, not this one.
I could go for some Halloween charcuterie. I think I'll get to that.
I love taking life's common problems and finding the most surprising solutions. You might be wondering how much it costs to fix your stand mixer. Well, only 10 cents. These aren't just hacks, they're helpful tips that you can use every day.
Oh, way better.
Today on Problem Solved, we're celebrating everything autumn. This really is my favorite time of year. Everything smells so good. I'm gonna show you how to trick. We've got the perfect color. And it tastes good. Treat.
Who needs Willy Wonka when you can make your own chocolate factory?
And haunt like a pro.
You hear something?
So come on, this is gonna be spooktacular. Fall is my favorite time of the year. The leaves change, the temperature drops, all the cozy sweaters come out, and best of all, it's time for everything pumpkin. Traditionally baked into pies, this ingredient is so good in so many other ways. Whether you want something sweet or savory, you can embrace the flavors of fall with some surprisingly unique recipes. Here's how to make a delicious pumpkin ice cream without the need for an ice cream maker. First, we've got to mix up our heavy cream. This will take a few minutes. We're looking for stiff peaks. Perfect. Your whipped cream should look like this, but make sure not to over whip it. Fold in the condensed milk, just a little bit at a time. We're doing this a little bit at a time so we don't deflate that fluffy whipped cream. The condensed milk is gonna add a ton of creaminess and extra sweetness. Now it's time for the star of our show, pumpkin. Look at that pretty color. I'm snacking on crumbs. That's very good. So, a little bit of a story time. I wanted to celebrate with a cake. Jane had suggested we should get a cake, one of those like, is it cake, of a YouTube play button to celebrate. And the YouTube play button you get when you hit 1 million subscribers is gold. And I was like, yeah, that would be great. So we found a baker, sent them all the information, and there might have been a little mix up in communication, and we don't have to get into the details, but there was a miscommunication and the baker did not have the cake ready when we got there. So I was like, oh no, I was a little bummed. So what I said is, you know, this is what we do on Problem Solved. We pivot, we find an at-home solution. We do it DIY. If the universe doesn't give us an easy button, we do it ourselves. So here at Problem Solved, we're gonna make our own celebratory 100 million subscriber cake. All I did was I got really good pumpkin cake recipes. So just Google pumpkin cake. You can use your favorite recipe. You know, tons of blogs and recipes out there. So just find your favorite pumpkin cake, and I'm snacking on this because it's very good. Every piece that falls off on accident, I'm taking a little nibble on. So your favorite pumpkin cake, but I wanted to do Texas sheet cake because most of the times when you bake like a spice cake or a pancake in like a 9x13, it's really thick, and I like a more even cake to frosting ratio. So make a sheet cake, just pour that same batter out. The same batter that is the equivalent for a 9x13 should work for a big sheet pan. So just spread that out on a sheet pan, got some cream cheese frosting, and we're just gonna do this Texas sheet cake 100,000 subscriber style. Ooh, I should have.
100,000?
We've already surpassed that. 1 million subscriber style. This is 100,000. So let me tell you that I did that on purpose. I said 100,000 on purpose. When we started this channel, our goal was just to get to 100,000. If you're really into YouTube, you know that 100,000 is quite the goal, quite the achievement for many, many channels. So we got there and we were like, that's crazy. What's next? What's next in our future? It's 1 million. That's the next milestone. So we worked really hard and kept at it. And you know, the goal, the key is always consistency. So after all that, we were like, 1 million. We've got to get to 1 million. And we kind of shot up pretty fast, I want to say. It's always the excitement and then the we don't know. I feel like the channel shot up pretty quickly, and then it was kind of like a slow burn, and we just kept at it. And when we got to 900,000, we were like, this is gonna be real. This is gonna be a real thing. And then it got to 999, and we were like, oh my goodness. So we, you know, just about a couple weeks ago, we were like, we have to find a way to celebrate. We have to mark this occasion, and we have to include all of our viewers and all of our fans and all of our subscribers and do something special for them, because we would not be here without everybody who's subscribed and everybody who watches the videos and everybody who comments. I mean, it really has been the ultimate honor to be a content creator, to be a video creator, and have an audience that is so kind and so engaged and so helpful. You offer your tips and you give us your feedback, and everybody's just been amazing. So we're really doing this to celebrate our audience, celebrate our subscribers, and keep letting us know. Keep letting us know what types of videos you want to see, what you want us to do, what questions you have. And we will keep making videos because we love it every day. We just have fun, and we make cakes and we bake things and we cook things and we fix things and we clean things. And it's been so fun. So I'm just gonna get this icing spread all over. But yeah, this is a much better Texas sheet cake, much better ratio. And pumpkin, and this came together so fast. So if you're looking for a quick dessert to do tomorrow for Halloween, just get a spice cake, a pumpkin spice cake recipe. All the ingredients are super easy. I had everything but pumpkin puree in my pantry, and cream cheese. Sorry, I had cream cheese. But it's just simple ingredients: vanilla, butter, sugar, eggs. If you don't have pumpkin pie spice, you can just make it. If you have cinnamon, nutmeg, anything like that, any of those warm, toasty fall spices, you can just mix them up and put them in. There's really no right or wrong. And pumpkin pie spices, really easy to find recipes or make up your own, or of course just get it from the store. So yeah, we are making our own cake since the cake we ordered is, MIA. And here we are, almost even. I feel like there's a really thick portion of frosting right here, so I'm pushing some to the side.
Who's your favorite actor?
Who's my favorite actor? I've got to say Jordan Peele, right? Do I even have a favorite actor? I'm trying to think. I love these questions that make you kind of like reflect on your taste and who's my favorite actor? Well, not that he's necessarily my favorite actor. I do enjoy him as a filmmaker, Jordan Peele. Let me think. I mean, I love the Marvel movies. I'm a big Marvel movie fan. So I've always loved Robert Downey Jr.'s portrayal of Tony Stark. I've always loved Mark Hamill. Well, yes, of course, Star Wars actors. But I've always loved Tom Cruise. In college, I was like in a big Tom Cruise phase, and I like watched every Tom Cruise movie possible. They had the $5 bins at Walmart, and anytime I saw a Tom Cruise movie, I'd pick it up and watch it. So, and then what is Top Gun Maverick 2? Top Gun, it's not 2, it's called just Top Gun Maverick. I was obsessed with that movie. Loved it. So Tom Cruise, I'm a big fan of the Toms. Tom Hanks, another favorite actor. I also love, this is a classic one, but Meryl Streep, my goodness, anything she's in, I'm like, yeah, she can act. All right, done a lot of spreading of the frosting. That looks great. Now, some of these were, I don't know, they're like surprises for me. Strauns went shopping, he got everything for the cake. I was like, we need to decorate it gold, so can you find stuff that's gold? And numbers and stuff, and he's like, I got you. And then he came back with things I've never even seen before. So this is edible glitter, and it comes in this little pump, so I'm actually gonna see what it does. That is so cool. So this is edible glitter. It comes in this little...
Hold it up nice and high. So
let's see. Oh, there we are. This is another behind the scenes moment. This is what they do all the time. They're like, hold it a little further out. Up, okay. Here we go. So edible glitter, and this comes in a dusting pump. And I tested it just out on my tray there. But, that is cool.
Whoa.
Who needs an Is It Cake gold button cake? We're doing it ourselves.
That is magical.
That is. It's messy though. I'm gonna have to clean all this up.
It wouldn't be problem solved if we weren't making a mess.
It wouldn't be problem solved. Get ready for the cleanup live stream. So for 4 hours after this, we'll just mute it, put on some music, and you can just watch us sweep and vacuum for about 3 hours. The post show will be the cleanup show. The post show. I have some hot spots here, but I guess that's fine. Am I using this whole thing? Probably don't need to.
No, there's more. You got options.
So a dusting of edible glitter. That's actually really fun. That's a really cool. Then this is what I asked for. Some sprinkles or some colored sugar. Gold again. 1 million subscribers. You know, we like to do on Problem Solve, we like a lot of like pop culture references, movie references. So we all day long while we're setting up, I feel like we were talking about like, oh, how can we do a Back to the Future bit since I'm dressed up as Marty McFly and now I'm like 1 million subscribers. We should have done like a Dr. Evil 1 million subscribers kind of. That looks good.
Oh yeah, you could have been Dr. Evil with the pinky.
1 million subscribers. And then what was his son's name? What's his name? Not
Isn't it?
Not Tom Green.
Seth
Seth Green. Seth Green is like, $1 million is not a lot of money anymore. So we could be like 1 million subscribers. Like,
I'll be number 2.
Someone says this,
yeah.
Someone says this feels more like a premiere than a live stream, but we are live.
We are live. We're live. I don't know how to prove that we're live. What, is there something I could do? Oh, like show the newspaper? Like in Back to the Future?
Just prove the day.
Huh?
Get the newspaper and prove the day.
Look, the clock tower. It says the day. No, this is just a prop that came with my costume. Where's the phone? Just show.
Xbox or PlayStation?
I am really bad. So here's these questions are getting too personal. I would be more PlayStation because that's what I grew up having. I never had an Xbox. I went from Soga. This is how much I know about. This is how much I know about video games. I had a Sega, and then I had a PlayStation. But then my PlayStation was, hand me down to my brothers, and I never even got to play it or never really played it. So I've never been super big into video games. I've always liked. This is silly. Not silly, because maybe some of you are into this. I've always liked more like real life games. So like
Minecraft.
Like LARPing, role play, like where you're doing an activity in real life.
Like board games, card games.
Or board games, or like just, like more tangible things. Video games I think are awesome. I just lack the patience maybe to sit down. But anyways, it would be PlayStation. And what I do is there's so many like streamers and like playthrough channels. So like the Hogwarts Legacy game or like the Star Wars games. Why am I the Jedi, not Jedi Returns, Jedi. Someone help me in the comments. What are they called?
How old are we talking? Jedi?
It's Cameron Moynihan. Is that his name? He's the Jedi.
Survivor?
Jedi Survivor, Jedi Fallen Order. Those are the two. It just needed a little spark, a little reminder. So I've watched the game through playthroughs, but the patience to play through them, I do not have. But I love watching the gameplay videos because I like the stories. I like anything with a storyline. All right, let's. Should I do these facing out or laying down? They're kind of designed to stand up.
Light them. Yeah, you won't be able to light them.
Yep. Okay.
If you want to light it.
Do I need a mirror? Because I need to do this backwards. Oh, you start with the center. Oh. Oh, classic problem solved. Some kind of.
Okay. Do it. You'll have more room the other way.
This way?
Yeah, however you want to do it.
Well, because the play button is oriented this way. That's what I was going after. I guess it doesn't look like a real YouTube play button, so I guess it doesn't matter.
If you line it up on the border, on the edge, will they fit?
Like this?
Go that way.
I'm just saying down by you.
Like this?
Yeah, but not on the cake so you don't have to mess up the frosting. Just on the butcher block.
Oh.
I'm just saying to test.
I see. See, this is exactly what we do when we're like developing concepts. We're like, what if we do this? Or how about you do this? I can't tell you how many times Strauss just like throws things in the microwave. He's like, I just wanted to see what it would do. I just put this in there to just see what it would do. And I'm like,
That's how I made those ghosts.
experimentation. We haven't got to the ghost yet. But that's a big part of Problem Solved. It's just been the experimentation, the testing, the trial and error. Sometimes we'll find a hack or a DIY and we're like, well, how can we make it our own? What can we add to it? And we do this little banter and back and forth. Excuse me. It's the glitter.
Mute him. Mute him.
Achoo! Yeah, they'll fit. Especially in the center, that's a little thicker.
That's awesome.
All right, see? We test live. This is how you know it's live.
But
This
there's
part
no
would have been
commas.
cut out.
There's no commas.
You
in
can
that one.
squeeze the commas in between, I guess. Like
Yeah, because I'm going to
you're
do
saying
standing
one or
up,
the other.
and then the
Yeah.
commas will just be put in front of them.
Yep.
We're committing to this. Confidence. Any DIY project you do, lead with confidence.
So make sure you leave room for your special candle.
Oh, I'm going to do that in the back,
All right.
behind them. Ready?
Yeah.
Right in the center. Bam. Bam. Let's angle these in. Just it's organic.
What's your favorite baking, cooking competition show?
I actually do not watch any of them. I've always wanted to watch the British baking competition. I've seen like clips and stuff, and I think they look hilarious. But I don't watch a lot of the baking competition shows. Sometimes I'll put in the Food Network ones on the background just while I'm like cleaning or doing dishes or something, but that's not very often. I am really into YouTube. Most of what I watch is YouTube, so YouTube culinary videos or YouTube nerd videos like Star Wars or any of those, Star Wars, Marvel reaction videos. So we're gonna see what this does. So this is part of the fun here. So I'm gonna put that in the back. Does that look like 1 million?
Kind of. They're drooping a little. They're kind of falling.
It's like if Rocco's Modern Life.
Yeah.
1 million.
Let me tell you, this is the organic version of this. This is the first trial. So these are a few tips. If you want to do a simple DIY cake, you can get pre-made stuff at craft stores or in the baking aisle at your grocery store. These were just some ghost molds Strawn's found while out shopping for all this stuff. We're like, we're doing Halloween, get some ghost molds. So we just put some candy melts, some white chocolate candy melts in here. And now we have just a cool DIY decoration we can put in here.
All edible.
It's all edible. That
Except
edible
the
glitter.
candles.
Don't put real glitter on your cake, please. But glitter, sprinkles, whatever. Just find colors that match your theme. You don't have to do a design. You don't have to decorate. You don't have to get super crazy. So the first one should go here, right?
I can't tell what that angle.
After
Just
the
next
first.
to the one. And
After
then,
the
one
one.
in the middle.
Oh, I need 3. That's right.
Well, no, just 2.
Dos comas.
Oh yes, just 2. 1 here.
There you go.
I said 100,000. Clearly, I do not know how to add,
Our
and I
next
don't know how
stream
much.
will be tres comas.
Tres comas.
Tres comas. That's a good show.
Because, yeah, unfortunately, the numbers were green.
Yeah. But that's
So
fine. We're
The ghosts
improvising.
help make it a little more Halloween-y.
Oh yeah, they look
I
like
got.
Scream.
How
That's
did
cool.
I got sugar on the. Oh, because it was on my fingers. But that's 1 million. We're there. We're close. Any more questions
We
in the
gotta light
comments?
those bad boys.
Yeah, I got to stick up the wicks. But the ghosts are edible. So yeah, you could take a lot of shortcuts for decorating a cake and still have it be like cute and fun and even semi-homemade, and nobody's gonna care that you didn't spend $150 on a custom cake. This cake cost us probably $20, and we made it ourselves. I made the cake ahead of time. And frosting very good too. I made the cake ahead of time, and look at us. Here we are. So, is there anything else we're missing? I mean, we have all the letters there.
I think you light it and let it rip.
Light it and let it rip. Let's watch a video really quick, and we'll light this thing and do another just big thank you to everybody in the audience.
Do you want to watch? We're gonna watch one of your oldie but a goodie.
Oh, we just carved a pumpkin, so.
This is you. This is.
Oh, this is like the first Thanksgiving, the first Halloween we did. This is the first Halloween, one of the first Halloween videos we did. This is old style. Wow. This year,
Really is
use the
cool
right
to see how
tools
much
to carve
we've
the perfect pumpkin for
transformed
Halloween.
over the years.
Right before you're ready to carve,
Ah,
it's a good
who's that
idea
guy?
to give your pumpkin a good wash. This will help remove any mold and dirt from your pumpkin before you start carving your design in. The best tool to start with is a serrated blade. Something like a keyhole knife is sturdy and it'll work wonders to take out large sections of the pumpkin. You can use a smaller, more flexible vegetable knife to do a little bit more detailed work. Something that's really helpful but goes against tradition is to carve the bottom out of the pumpkin instead of the top. Leaving the top intact actually helps your pumpkin retain moisture and last a little bit longer. It also helps to put your pumpkin over a candle instead of reaching your hand in a pumpkin to put a candle inside of it. There's no foolproof way to get the guts out. That's kind of the fun and messy part. Using a spoon or an ice cream scoop, something with a sharper edge, will help you scrape all the interior of the pumpkin out. You can also use your spoon to scrape the walls to thin out the pumpkin if it's a little thicker. After you've carved out larger sections of your pumpkin, you can do some detail work with some easy to find tools. A linoleum tool like this is inexpensive, comes with a bunch of different tips. But yeah, that's that you I can had them. use I had to them on the tray. You scrape probably out saw them. I was like, why patterns, does he have etch so the many skin, tools on his
do
tray
a whole
when I was
bunch
carving the
of
pumpkin?
creative stuff.
But yes, some pottery tools or some simple tools are great to use for pumpkin carving. Those kits have really flimsy tools I've found. So some pottery tools are really great as like a great way to carve out your pumpkin, do extra details. You
Where'd
can
you
even
learn that tip
etch
from?
away the scream. There's so many layers deep. Sometimes I'll say this. Sometimes I feel like we are
you're carving
a little
pumpkins
bit
here.
like there's Ray Villafane. Sometimes I feel like we're like Slumdog Millionaire because we were like, we have to do a pumpkin carving contest or pumpkin carving tips. Ray Villafane is an amazing artist that we at Grateful had the chance to meet and work with. And he taught us so much about carving pumpkins and how he does all of his designs and everything. So he has a studio that's really cool. Oh, another friend, Jess. We used to create videos together. And so that was us at his studio, and he gave us a lot of tips of how to carve the best pumpkin, and pottery tools was one of them. He started as a potter, as a sculptor, and he just transformed.
We used to be on camera.
He transferred into this career. There they are.
There you are.
Look
All
at
right,
that
light
good
those
cue.
candles.
Who's that guy? All right, here we go.
I don't know if you noticed, Christopher, both Strauns and I were in that video. We were hosting.
Yeah.
I got some deep cuts queued up over here.
Oh, why is it so hot? All right, a million has far too many numbers.
They're really drooping.
Oh my goodness.
Those are, you need a really deep cake for those kind of.
This is how you know it's live, is because we got droopy numbers.
We got droopy numbers.
What's your favorite hack you've ever done?
Favorite hack I've ever done? It's funny that it is Halloween. We did a Halloween series a couple years ago. We did a fog chiller. We did decoration tips and advice. And we also did the fire effect for your front yard. And it was one of my favorite stories and memories because it got the reaction we expected. People were like, you shouldn't do this. It looks too much like real fire. And it was hot. It was hot. It looked too much like real fire. So that was a really fun one. And then this is why Halloween has been my favorite videos to film, usually every year, because we do something fun, we do something different. Last year, I believe it was, we got full reign of an indoor haunted house. We called up and said, hey, we need a haunted house as a backdrop for our problem solved videos. And they're like, sure, come on by. And it was a huge warehouse, a huge building full of Halloween sets and props and everything. And they said, and we were like, can we use the props? They're like, yeah, sure, whatever. And we were like, can we try on the costumes? They're like, sure, whatever. So we were all over that place trying on costumes and testing out props and filming our videos. So it was a really fun day. We made some really cool videos. So that's another one of my favorites. So Halloween tips have been some, because we get to be creative, and I love when we get to be creative and have fun with the videos.
You don't want the cheap Darth Vader.
Definitely
you want
not
like
the
dress up. There's Strauns again. See, that's what I mean. This is how it all started. Look at us. Jafar.
All right, you're gonna like that.
Jafar? That's really, I was trying to make a joke, like Jafar, Jaclose.
Zing.
All right, before our candles melt, we got one final candle to light.
I don't know. We're gonna find out. It's supposed to decorate the cake for you. Let's see what it does. What's it?
This is why I told you to keep the instructions.
Didn't you light it?
I did.
I didn't do nothing?
Yeah, the wick.
Oh,
so I went to a birthday. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna point it towards my face. I went to a birthday party recently, and they got the same trick candles, or trick sparkler thing, and it did not work at all. So I'm wondering if these things are just known to be duds. Let's try it again. This is how you know it's live.
That's all it does?
We should have read the instructions. Maybe I missed a step. All right. Well, your mileage may vary.
Oh, then you're probably gonna load it with those with the bag of sprinkles.
Did
I
it
thought
come
they
with
came
sprinkles?
preloaded. Yeah, there was that little bag. It's okay.
That was in there?
Yeah, it was a tiny little bag. You gotta like load it, I bet.
Yeah, because there's a spring at the top that gets set off. But I said we should read the instructions. We didn't have these. That's how you know we're live. So that's really hilarious. So anyways, you can get these confetti sparklers or sprinkle sparklers. You load them up, you light the fuse, and it triggers the spring to shoot up all your confetti. So just imagine, use your imagination that that's what actually happened. And on a future live stream, maybe we'll bring this trick back and actually show it. Oh, you gotta roll with the punches, you know? Our first live stream celebrating 1 million subscribers. I'm so happy all of you are here. I'm so glad I got to introduce you to the team, kind of pull back the curtain on how this process is done. We love making the videos every week. We love the journey we've been on to get up to 1 million subscribers. We are career-long video creators, content creators. So having a channel that reaches 1 million subscribers is kind of like an ultimate goal for a lot of video professionals, and we've done it, and we got to do it together. So thank you both. Thank you for the team in Atlanta. Thank you for everybody else who supported us. This was a celebration of 1 million subscribers, and just thank you. Thank you all.
You gonna blow those out?
Oh, sure. Ah! Thanks for the reminder. Good thing this is biodegradable glitter. Everyone, have a good night. Thank you. More videos, as usual, will come in the future. Keep your comments coming. Like and subscribe. YouTube is amazing. We love this. Problem solved.